Hello, good morning and welcome to Joy News at 6. The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we are on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana's 16 regions, including Klenam Radio, Bato, Gaskia FM, Techiman, and Radio Wa. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, National Health Insurance Authority establishes a committee to evaluate the feasibility of covering dialysis costs following Joy News Dialysis Crisis Series.
Of course, based on your documentary, even at the NHI level, the board is discussing. There's a committee that has been set up to have these conversations about dialysis, its implications, if NHI can do anything about it.
Details as the Kolebu Teaching Hospital Renal Unit says it is suffocating under a 4 million cedi debt, with a CEO indicating the facility will also need 961,000 cedis monthly to maintain the cost of dialysis at the present cost.
No, so it's 4 million. We have a 4 million deficit.
Okay.
And then if you are to run at full capacity, we will need about 961,000 cedis subsidy every month to be able to maintain the current prices.
Also in this bulletin, President Akufo-Addo declares his government will continue to work tirelessly to fix problems that teachers face.
We will continue to work tirelessly to improve the conditions in which they teach and to provide continuous opportunities for their professional growth.
In business, some companies hint of adopting strategies to avoid tax payment and also shut down their operations over concerns of high levies. 117 schools, including Holy Child School and St. John Senior High School, square up for slots at the 1/8 stage of the National Science and Maths Quiz, which begins today with 9 contests.
We'll do all we can to be the first females to win the NSMQ. Watch out, we are coming live and colored.
And more with me, Hannah Odami. The National Health Insurance Authority has set up a committee to review and assess whether the authority can absorb the cost of dialysis after Joy FM's Dialysis Crisis Series. This was made known by Director of Corporate Affairs at the NHIA, Oswald Mensah, during a thought leadership event which brought together all stakeholders. Speaking at the Joy News campaign event, which deliberated on how to make dialysis affordable and accessible to all, Presidential Advisor on Health, Dr. Anthony Nsiasare, also revealed the process to make kidney transplant available in Ghana is underway. Maxwell Agbagba has more in this report.
People are dying each day. The dialysis machine in Kolebu got...
Voice of activist Nasiba Bawa at a protest demanding a reduction in the cost of dialysis treatment after the Kolebu Teaching Hospital increased the cost from 380 cedis to 765 Ghana cedis. The amount has since been reversed. Speaking during the stakeholders event held in the studios of Joy, Chief Executive Officer of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, Dr. Pokuwari Ampoma, said the decision was taken because the Kolebu Teaching Hospital RENA unit is suffocating under a 4 million Ghana cedis debt.
We are now engaged with government, with the ministry, with other stakeholders to see how quickly we can, find the resources to advance, because at the moment we are sitting in a 4 million city hall.
Presidential Advisor on Health, Dr. Anthony Nsiasare, says steps have been taken to settle the debt.
We are waiting for what they are supposed to bring and then to be worked on as quickly as possible.
Kidney failure patient Kojo Bafwahinkra says most of his colleagues feel they are a burden on society, with friends deliberately not answering their calls.
You pick a phone, you want to call your friend. He knows you are coming to ask for money, so you will not even pick.
Wow. Director of Corporate Affairs at the National Health Insurance Authority, Oswald Mensah, says the NHIA has set up a committee to review and assess whether the NHIS can absorb the cost of dialysis after Joy FM's Dialysis Crisis Series.
Because based on your documentary, even at the NHI level, the board is discussing. There's a committee that has been set up to have these conversations about dialysis and if NHI can do anything about it.
Presidential Advisor on Health, Dr. Anthony Siasari, revealed the process to make kidney transplant available in Ghana is underway, with a document being reviewed for a law on the harvesting, storage and donation of organs.
There's a document which is being reviewed so that we have a law. It's very, very important.
Maxwell Agbagba brought us that report. President Akufo-Addo says his government will not relent on efforts to make teaching in Ghana a dignified and profitable venture. Speaking at the Ghana Teachers Prize Awards ceremony, the president admitted teachers still face considerable challenges despite their best efforts. More from the president shortly, but first listen to President of the Ghana National Association of Teachers, Reverend Isaac Owusu, lamenting the poor working conditions of teachers at the same event.
Teachers at the senior high school and the technical school are working throughout the year with little or no rest due to the double track system. Delays in the payment of car maintenance allowance, capitation grant, transfer grant, just to mention but few. The teacher unions will continue to engage the stakeholders involved in the negotiation of the teachers' collective agreement to ensure that teachers get what they deserve.
Responding to these concerns, the president assured his government is focused on making teaching an attractive profession.
I stand before you today, committed to ensuring that our teachers receive the recognition, support, and resources they need. We will continue to work tirelessly to improve the conditions in which they teach and to provide continuous opportunities for their professional growth, like we have done through raising the minimum requirement for a teacher to teach in our schools from a diploma to a degree.
You heard the President Akufo-Addo. Residents of Santro Kofi, Akpafu, Likpe, and Lolobi traditional areas are insisting it is an illegality for the Electoral Commission to present a new constitutional instrument to Parliament for the establishment of Gwan constituency in the OT region. While speaking on PMS Press, the Director of Electoral Services at the Electoral Commission, Dr. Srebo Kwaku, expressed optimism that a CI will be enacted into law if Parliament resumes.
Let's understand that 2020 they voted for the presidential
in the parliamentary.
In the parliament because there was no constituency called Gwan. That's why they couldn't vote. Yes. So now we have already submitted the CI that is establishing the constituency. The decision is created by the government through parliament. That one was done at the middle of November 2020. Yeah. So the time frame was too short.
Definitely in 2024, once the counting done and the CI matures, they'll get to vote in the parliamentary elections.
God willing, yes.
Yes.
But the co-chairman of the Joint Steering Committee of Akpafu and Lolobi traditional areas, Dr. Joe Adai, says it will be an endorsement of an illegality and wants the EC to take the input of people moving on.
If the government's lawyer, who is the Attorney General, on the 9th of February 2022, went to Parliament and told the same Parliament under the auspices of the Speaker and everyone, the so-called law case, and told them that the law under which you are trying to create the Gwan district is wrong and not be accepted, and then the EC goes behind and then goes and creates a constituency just to satisfy whatever agenda they have set up, then don't you think that it is an illegality, or we are just confirming that, yes, we don't respect laws and all the constitution must be ignored?
Now, independent presidential aspirant Alan Chirmatin has eulogized the late First Lady Theresa Kufuor, describing her as a strong pillar of hope that many political elite looked up to for inspiration. Mr. Chirmatin, who joined a host of high-profile personalities to pay tribute to the First Lady, described her as a source of unwavering strength.
Theresa Kufuor was indeed a pillar of strength for former President John Agyekum Kufuor. It is often said that behind every successful man, you find a strong, successful woman. And this is exactly what we can say of Auntie Theresa. She was the very epitome of grace, elegance, and fortitude and stability. We pray for God's protection and guidance for the rest of the family, including ex-President Kufuor.
You heard the independent presidential aspirant Alan Chirmatin. So the stage is set for yet another fierce battle for academic supremacy, unforgettable moment of heartbreaks, and a thrilling event of victory. 117 schools, including 7 private schools, are slugging it out at the preliminary stage of the National Science and Maths Quiz, which begins later this morning. Emmanuel Bright-Kweku has a wrap of some of the much-anticipated contests.
I'm a metal halide commonly used in cloud seeding. Alfred? Silver iodide. You're right.
Presbyterian Boys Secondary School! After a year of the bragging rights, are the audacious armored enough to defend the title this year? Because some schools are already threatening to defeat them.
My target is on Presec Legon. Look, Presec Legon is not always that is Friday. Some days are there, you need to also calm down. So we are going for Presec.
147 public and private schools are ready for an intense academic exchanges in the next 3 weeks. A much anticipated contest at the preliminary stage is one that features St. Peter's SHS, Wesley Girls SHS, and first-timers Louis Rutan SHS.
This year, we are not really looking down on other schools. Wesley Girls don't like to, they also like visiting. So just need to put the utmost best, just to win the contest.
For a number of schools.
And all Bright-Kweku will be bringing us up to the minutes updates from the National Science and Maths Quiz. That's all for the news at 6 with me, Hannah Odami. Please log on to myjoyonline.com for more on these stories and more. Do have a great morning. Back to the Super Morning Show team.